Hey Panthers fans, Jameson Olive here, and today I'm joined by a very special guest, none other than Panthers head coach Paul Maurice. Just doing a little playoff catch-up. Paul, how's it going?
It's going just fine now. Yeah, well, you know the life, the tension and the excitement and the intensity of playoffs, and then when you get between rounds, especially if you don't have an opponent, there's this kind of, it's hard to explain how you can go from that extreme of intensity to a calmness and a relax. So things are great, very relaxed right now.
Last time we talked and had like a real sit down like this, you were about 2 hours on the job. We were both in suits, long time ago. Looking all the way back to now, how does kind of maybe the expectations you had then compare to the reality of what's become here?
All of the things that you hoped could be true came true and then some. So this group is far more impressive to me now, having got to know them. I thought they were a pretty good team. I didn't realize the number of really interesting individual cats we got. Like, we got some different guys in there, in a great way, completely different personalities. These guys care about each other, they're pulling for each other, they want to win, they love playing here. So when I say that, people will say, well, of course, you're in Florida, like how great is that? Well, you and I both remember a time when that wasn't true. Yep. They love playing here because now they have all things, great team, great fans. Practice facilities outstanding, so it's pretty good.
And when we talk about the on-ice success and the changes that you've implemented, you know, how you guys progressed through last year's playoffs, it seemed like it went slow, then pretty quick, and then you get all the way to the final. But looking right now as we're in between rounds 1 and 2, how does maybe things progress for this team, whether it's how you guys approach these games, how you guys approach practice, how does it change from round to round, if at all?
So we want some similarity, and we will try to have the blocks between games be fairly similar, except we can't control start times and things like that. So that's important to us. And then I think playing Tampa in the first one was really important, that it had to be Tampa. I think I was the only person cheering to play for Tampa. It's not that I just thought that would be the hardest series for us because of the emotion with it, because of what happened in the past. Also the style of game they play. They added speed at the trade deadline and they made them way harder to handle. So we like that news. Now we're going to guarantee our next round is against a team that's not new. And I think I think you're going to find there's going to be an amp up of the physicality, and the intensity it's going to feel more like playoff hockey.
That leads perfectly to my next question. We always hear the term playoff hockey. After every game of the season, from game 1 to 82, players were saying, we want to be playing playoff hockey all year long. In your mind, what is playoff hockey, and why can't everyone do it every single game?
You wouldn't have any players left. Like we did. You actually play fewer games in the playoffs, right? So there's less games, way more recovery, far less travel, because you're only going in and out of one city. Every check gets finished. The reaction time to offense to defense goes to nil. If it's a high contact, high speed game that's played 82 times a year, and then another level is found. And that's where it's kind of this perfect mixture of grace and violence, right? It's just a wonderful thing to be a part of.
You talk about perfect mixtures. We always talk about the team and how the team's built, but you built a pretty impressive coaching staff here. We see on social media like how players celebrate in the locker room. We see the puck videos, we see the cheering. What's it like in the coach's room, like after like that game 5 against Tampa? What's going on in there?
I would say the same. I think the player's experience is completely different. Like if you're wearing a suit, it's completely different. So you'll almost be able to understand this far better than I even understand what a player goes through. Because you can go up and burn some energy off as a player, as a coach, and you're wired for this, right? And there's no real, other than yelling, there's no exhaust where you can get to let the tension out. So I think we carry it a lot more. It's different. We tell a lot of jokes. We make fun of people. It's all fun.
And also in that room, a couple of good playoff beards. I've noticed Sly's got a good one. Callie's got a good one. Obviously, it's a big thing for players. I mean, staff does it. I'm not proud of this, but I got it going. But for yourself, why do you not buy into the playoff beard personally?
Well, I think there's a separation. I think I got a lousy beard. How about that? Like, it's awful. And, you know, I don't want to dishonor the Florida Panthers. It's like white, and nobody needs to see that, especially me. But at the end, it's probably vanity. This would be the reason. Not that I would like to keep just the small amount of vanity that I have. It's ugly, man. It's awful.
Well, outside of that, we've talked about how much fun you're having here.
Yeah.
You said, I think it was a couple weeks ago, this is the most fun you've ever had in your career. Obviously, we've talked about the team, we talked about just everything going on in the lifestyle, this building we're in, but why maybe is this the most fun you've ever had just in totality?
I'm just a piece here. The coaches, the players, management, every time I walk into the building, I'm happy to see the person that I'm talking to. That's a fun thing for me, right? Like, I really enjoy the people that I work with, the players too. I'm older, right? And I know that I don't have as many games left as I used to. So I want to enjoy the hell out of it. So I do enjoy the games. The 8 minutes left to go in a tight game, in the playoffs, in the third period, that you can't replicate that anywhere. So I try to take that in now. I really enjoy the people here, and I've enjoyed the sport of hockey now in the last couple of years. And part of it is you know, sometimes you don't appreciate what you have when you're younger. And then you get older and go, oh, this is pretty good.
And on that, speaking of appreciation, I know all the fans just appreciate this era of Panthers hockey wherein you, as an opposing coach, coached in a lot of empty, half-empty buildings down here over the years. What does it mean now when you go out there for those 3 playoff games, 3 straight sellouts, awesome. Red everywhere, buildings going crazy? Do you feel like you're kind of a part of something bigger here when we talk about growing the game a lot?
For sure. I want to put that, though, in perspective for the Florida fans. Because when you turn on the TV and you look at some of the established great markets in the NHL and the buildings are full, that wasn't always true. But you want to see guys work hard, like battle hard. Even if it's a Tuesday in February, these guys work hard, and they're good men. The interviews are true and honest. So if you're buying your 11 or 12-year-old a sweater, I guess you guys say a jersey down here, but a sweater with somebody's name on the back, and you fire on Barkov, Kachuk, Reinhart, pick a name on our group, your kid can wear that. It's a good thing. It's a good role model. So we've got a real nice connection going with the fans down here, and I think they truly appreciate how hard these men play.
Well, Paul, like you said, we could talk all day long, but time's at a premium here in the playoffs. So once again, thank you for joining us here today. I know the fans appreciate it, and we look forward to round 2.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you.